All right, so yeah, I made it to 100K. I am super excited. I really, really love the community that I found on Instagram. I kind of can't believe it. I couldn't believe it like when it first happened. I was just like freaking out about it. It doesn't seem real. Like 100K was the number that when I was starting out and taking my art seriously on Instagram, that was the number that I was like, when I have 100K, that's it. I'm gonna have made it. I can be a full-time artist. That's it. And actually, I guess now I'm at 113K, I think right now. Amazing. Just so freaking amazing. But I am here to share and be completely honest about the fact that I have not made it. I'm definitely not where I thought I would be when I reached this point. And I want to kind of talk about why, because it is not the fault of anyone else but myself. Like, I mean, I have other friends that are making a full-time living as an artist with only like a few thousand followers total across social medias. Like, actually, the follower count is not the determining factor. And I'm over here completely broke, less than broke, to be honest. I'm well in the negatives, very, very negative income over here. But I want to talk about what I've been doing wrong, what I kind of analyze, like what someone can do wrong to get to this point, which I wouldn't have even thought was possible back then. I would have thought, 100K followers on Instagram, like that, people must be just throwing money at you. I want to really go into some of the mindset issues that I've been having and some of the things that just held me back. And let's kind of roll the clock back and start over at the beginning. So way back when I first started taking Instagram seriously, this is the first example of my profile picture right here. And I knew who I was, like I started this hot pink thing. I knew that's what I was doing. That was my thing, and I was loving it. I felt so excited every time I would draw, and the feeling that I would get when I was making some of these pieces just made me so certain that this was for me. I was like, that's it. I think it was 2019, and I had just lost my job. I was home all the time from quarantine, and I was like, this is a sign. This is the time that I'm supposed to do this. I fully committed. I was like, I'm all in on this. I started drawing every day, recording my process, getting really consistent with my style, becoming well known for my style. The followers were shooting up. I started a Shopify store. I started selling some products. I came out with a Class 101 class. I started my Patreon. So I had a few different ways of getting money that I was like, all right, this is going to work out. It's just going to work itself out, I'm just going to keep on creating. I'm just going to do as much as I can. I'm just going to be me, and it's going to work itself out. When it came time to pay rent, I realized that I had nothing. I had not a single penny in the bank. I definitely didn't have enough for rent. And I was honestly just barely breaking even every month with all the expenses of running the Shopify shop, of getting all the products, of shipping things out. And I was truly not making money at all, like not even a little bit. And I didn't really understand why. And why didn't I understand why? Because I was not looking at the finances. For me, I didn't want to look at the finances. I didn't want the financial situation to hinder me from creating the products that I wanted to make. Like I wanted to get the best quality shirts out there. I wanted to get the best quality printing. I wanted to do everything the best, and I wanted to make it accessible to everybody. So I didn't want anything like the cost of things to hinder me from doing the things that I exactly wanted to do. When the time finally came, I eventually just had to get another job. I mean, I actually moved back in with my dad for a bit, and then I finally was just like, I need to move back to the city. Like I can't just stay here forever. I'm gonna have to get another job. I don't see it working. And yeah, I got another job, put my heart and soul into that job. And when I got home every day from work, I would not be able to draw. Like I was exhausted. I was creatively exhausted. I was tired in general. I barely felt like I had enough time in the day to make it to my job in the morning. I definitely did not have time to also be drawing, and I just let that slip away for a few months, you know? Like I just didn't really draw or work on my art career at all during that time. And that sucked. It pushed me to burnout because when I'm not able to do the projects that I want to do and that these like concepts are just floating around in my mind and I'm not able to execute on them, it burns me out even more because I'm working on someone else's vision. I'm like putting my creative juices towards that. I'm putting all of my effort towards making someone else's vision a reality. And I'm not able to do it for myself. You know, I'm not able to work on these things that I think are great, that I want to see come to fruition, and I just can't. When I finally burned out on that job and I was like, all right, we're going to try this art thing again. We're going to jump right back into it. I couldn't force myself to look at the finances at that point either, because for me at that point, looking at my finances meant I might need to admit that I need to get another job. And I was terrified of that. I was terrified of needing to get another job. So I went through this cycle like a few times before really realizing that I was not treating my art like a business. I wanted to feel creatively free and just like doing whatever I felt like doing. And it held me back from like really considering that it should be taken seriously, that I need to consider the numbers, that I need to make sure that this is going to work as a business. Because if I'm not making sure that it works as a business, then I'm going to have to get another job. You know, like the truth is, in order to be there for you guys, in order to be there producing the stuff that I want to make, I do need to take it seriously, look at the finances. I need to take it like it really is a business. I need to consider this a real business. And I need to let that be a part of my process to consider, you know, making sure that the pricing works, making sure that these products are something that I can afford to put forth for you guys. So that's kind of where I'm at. That leaves me where I'm at. The fear of looking at my finances has basically held me back for so long. And there's a couple other things in there like that has contributed to, like me being afraid to show up fully on social media here like I am now, you know, on YouTube. Really being honest with you guys about this stuff is all because like I really didn't want to face the truth that I was making these mistakes, and I didn't want to like look at this like it really was a business and kind of show up every day even when it's not going great and kind of let you guys know. So that's what I want to do with this channel and with my social media moving forward. I want to show you guys basically how I'm going to change this game, how I'm going to pick up this art career that I have an opportunity to make work. The same way that, you know, back then I thought, you know, if I had 100K followers, I would be able to make it work. The fact is, there is a way for me to make this work, and I'm going to find it. And it's going to start with taking this very seriously and thinking of this as a business. And a big part of that for me, and for the way that I'm going to be structuring this business, is taking you guys along the way with me and showing you what I'm trying, what fails, what works, and showing you kind of like what it really takes to make this work as an independent artist, especially a social media heavy independent artist. That's definitely something that I want to incorporate. I love the community on Instagram, and I want to stay there and make that a big part of my career. But in order for it to be something that I can show up consistently to, I need to take it seriously, think of it like a business, look at the finances, and be very upfront and honest about what's working and what's not working. I'm really looking forward to sharing with you guys some of the projects that I am working on. In this video, I just wanted to focus on how I kind of messed up and where and how I can see that I didn't do the best job taking this seriously as a business, and that is truly why even at 100K plus followers on Instagram, I can still be failing miserably and not making income and basically starting at zero still, as far as like income goes. The fun part about that is that you guys get to see me go all the way from zero income and see how I'm gonna make it work as time goes on, and I'll keep you posted every step of the way. So I will see you tomorrow.